what would you say about where you are at right now in terms of your ambitions and what you want to achieve at the moment?
Where I am right now is I feel like I've established my coaching business, like the foundations of my one-on-one coaching. I've got some great case studies. I've got great clients going, and yeah, I'm 8 months in now.
8 months in, do you realize it's been 8 months? Only 8 months.
Yeah, it's gone fast. It feels like a long time, but it's because I've been constantly doing stuff. I've really gone really hard with everything and got out my comfort zone constantly. And what else would you say is being a good coach or a great coach?
I mean, wow, like, this is the thing. I feel like we can talk hours about that, because what we've been speaking about before as well is like, it is constantly deepening. Like, it is an art form that's constantly deepening. And that's also why I'm so excited about it, because I feel like not many people really understand what it is really about. And I mean, just to highlight that 8 months ago, you've never done a coaching session before. And now just to witness how you are so much more yourself. Like, I feel like you are, like, you already had this wisdom, but I feel like now it's really coming out so easily for you, and you're connecting with new types of people, and it's so easy for you right now to go into a coaching session with your clients. Who would you say that you were when you started our training together, and who you are now?
When I started, I was really looking for my next thing, because I'd had a successful voiceover business, being in commercials and corporate, being the voice of those corporations and big companies. And that had purpose for me in the beginning, because it was my way to be free and to be a business owner for the first time, an entrepreneur. And I traveled the world with it, and I had the experience of making really good money. And I felt so independent from it as well, because I had so many different clients. So I didn't have one boss who I could piss off and then they would be like, yeah, well, you're fired. I didn't feel like I depended on anyone. I was just completely independent and free.
Yeah.
That said, it got really boring because they just sent me a script. I recorded it. It took me like half an hour. And then it was usually the same kind of stuff over and over again. And I'm like, is this really me living in my full potential? Sure, I'm living a cool life. I'm in Bali. I'm traveling. I'm doing whatever I want. But I didn't feel like I was contributing very much to the world.
Yeah.
And so at some point, I just lost interest. And even though I couldn't even invoice the work that I had done, when I met you, I had 6 months of uninvoiced work. That I couldn't bring myself to get behind the computer and do like 1 or 2 hours worth of admin.
Yeah.
Because just the whole energy of that bothered me. It had no purpose. And so I was just ready to dive into something that really excited me. And so many people were saying like, yeah, well, you could teach voiceover, you could teach something with the voice. But I wanted something deeper than that. I wanted something that like is fundamental to life in a way that, you know, that really lights me up.
Yeah.
And if I was to go into any other kind of business, it would just be another voiceover. Like I have no personal connection with it. And I wanted something that I had a very personal connection with. Careful what you wish for, by the way, because there's a plus and a minus side to having a very personal connection with your business, as I've found in coaching. But that said, you know, it's one of the most amazing challenges I've ever taken on, because it's forced me to upgrade myself in so many ways. You really can't hide any of your bullshit or the way you're living has to be like in integrity. And when we say in integrity, it's not about just telling the truth and doing what you say you'll do. It's also about living in integrity with what you want.
Yeah.
So actually understanding on a deep, deep level what I want as a human being, which you would be surprised. I don't think many people really know what they want. And I thought I knew what I wanted, but there's been like just this deepening of the layers of me understanding what I want at a deeper and deeper level. And then making the difficult choices to go after those things and say no to the things that aren't that, to make space for the things that I really desire, that more connected with my essence rather than, more superficial desires. And it's when you connect with that purpose, your purpose on a deeper level, anything outside of that just starts to feel very expensive. It's like a waste in a sense.
I think that a lot of people want things or desire things in their lives, but are they also able to make the choices that is actually going to get them there? Because it doesn't mean that it's comfortable. It's the opposite, right? It's like you have to make decisions and choices that are super scary, that are confronting, that are difficult, and all your patterns are coming up because we have so much resistance and coping strategies. And that's the whole point of professional coaching, is that we are helping our clients to be able to move through those coping mechanisms, to be aware of it, so that it doesn't lead you, but that you have ownership and leadership over your own life. And that it's not that all of those patterns and conditionings from the past are leading you. They are already on to the next thing because they're in this dopamine loop of achieving the outcomes just for the experience of achievement itself. But it's actually the process of becoming that becomes the most exciting thing. You fall in love with the process of becoming. And to do that without coaching, I wouldn't know how. Literally, imagine that you wouldn't have a coach or mentor in your life. What would that cost you?
Yeah, it would cost me a lot. I think the only way to do it without is if you're somehow forced into a new role. Like, let's say, okay, in my world, what could that look like? Let's say I get cast by some luck for a very challenging role in a movie.
Yeah.
And I would have to just adjust and make it happen. But it does require some kind of accountability or some kind, I wouldn't even call it accountability, but someone or something that's there to not let you slip back in. Something that's important enough, or someone who, in this context, what you've done for me is you've constantly held, just this vision, held me accountable to my higher vision of what I want. And where it's so easy, us as humans, our moods go up and down. That's just natural.
Yeah.
And our belief in ourselves goes up and down.
Yeah.
And that's when you don't have someone there to constantly hold that picture in front of you, like remind you who you are. Yeah. It's quite challenging. It's not to say that you can't grow, but you'll grow slower probably because you're more likely to fall into a hole or like give up for a while, or maybe give up entirely. Yes. When you lose belief. And I think that's probably the most important thing.
Yeah. It's like we can't see ourselves clearly. Nobody can see themselves clearly. Because when I see you, I see you, like I see who you are from my lens. But you are inside of yourself. You are inside of yourself. And so you are looking at life through your lens from all of those years. What is it? 36 years that have programmed you and imprinted you. And so even though we have so many tools and techniques that we can support ourselves with, it is so challenging to be able to see ourselves in the way that other people see you. And what I'm so grateful for is for my professional background in coaching and therapy is that I've really trained myself to see people in their fullest potential. So when I'm looking at people, especially in a professional context, but I try to do this every single day and with every single person that I meet, it's like, can we see the beauty in them and the potential that they have? Can we see their qualities? Can we see their desires, their dreams? And that's why I love coaching so much, because I get to be with people and see them in their full potential, and then also researching what it is that is holding them back from what they truly want in their lives, which is so, so important, because we stop dreaming. When we are children, we're constantly dreaming, we're constantly desiring, we're constantly moving forward, we're constantly growing. We never stop growing as a child. But then as adults, we have so much conditioning and so much stuff that's happening that we lose that innocence of achieving our dreams and our desires. So it is so important to be able to reconnect with that. And in this context of professional coaching, it's like we get an opportunity to be with our clients and to be the mirror for them, to reflect back what we see in them, but also what they have told us, what our clients have told us, what they truly want and desire. And then, as you said, to keep them accountable with that.
Yeah. And accountability sounds so shallow compared to what my experience has been.
Tell me more.
It's like, it's so easy to say, get out your comfort zone. I think so many people think they're out of their comfort zone when they're actually not at all, because even me, I do a lot of things that look like risky or difficult. But when the actual difficulty comes, where this is really, oh, now I'm actually unsure.
Yeah.
I'm not just doing something risky and I feel kind of confident as I'm doing it. No, this is when I start actually doubting myself. This is when I'm like, this seems impossible.
Yeah.
And I'm going to fail, or I should give up. When I actually start thinking that within myself, when that voice becomes louder than the one that believes, that is getting out of your comfort zone. When you start to shake a little bit, when you're making the phone call or making the decision.
Yeah.
Or when the emotions that come up when you make the decision, take the leap, are so strong and so overwhelming that you think the world is collapsing around you. Yeah. That's the kind of situations that I don't think many people actually are willing to put themselves in.
Yeah.
And I don't think everyone has to either. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that if you want to really grow, just having a coach isn't really all you need. It's like the combination of willingness to take a big action, take actual risks, and be present with what comes up in that process. And I mean, I have a history of 10 years working with coaches, working with plant medicines, like many, many ceremonies, all that kind of stuff. And I would say that my experience with this coaching style that I've had has been, as deep, if not deeper, or in any case, more practically viable than doing, let's say, an ayahuasca ceremony or something, even though I wouldn't take back all the work I've done and I would do it again. But it's very surgical in what we've been able to achieve within the sessions. And it's gone to those places where when you say coaching is an art, this is why I believe it is, because we've gone to such profound, energetic places through a freaking Zoom call.
How much you can achieve online even with this work,
It's doable. And not just doable, but it's really transformed me as a human being in my identity, in my core, where I feel like I'm a new human.
Yeah.
And not just a new human, but I feel like I'm closer to expressing who I really am, my essence. And I think that perhaps is at the core of what I want from coaching. Of course, I want to have my business running well. I want to have, my life in order.
Yeah.
But I want to have this feeling that I'm being me.
Yeah.
And I think that's what this is helping me with. It's not like telling me to do anything. It's removing the things that aren't really authentic to me, which could be a lack of belief in myself is not authentic to me. Actually, I'm someone who wants to be bold and confident.
Yeah.
And loves himself, right?
Yeah.
I think there's I don't think modesty is a good thing. I think humility is a good thing.
Yeah.
And this coaching is helping me access that sweet spot.
I just get so fired up right now because sometimes I don't know how to explain the depth and the importance and the magic of this work. And to be able to work with someone who is receiving it so profoundly, and to seeing your life and lives from my other clients change through this modality is so fulfilling to me. And it makes me feel I can do this the rest of my life, because it's constantly deepening and unfolding. Even for me, I've been doing this for a decade, but I still am finding deeper and deeper and deeper layers when I'm teaching about it, of wow, yeah, it's such an energetic process. And I do believe that for my audience, it's really important to know that what I'm teaching goes so much deeper than life coaching. And I also know that you had resistance before we started working together to coaching. Can you share a little bit more about that process? You actually didn't want to become a coach in the first place.
Yeah, I was very hesitant because, there's this stereotype coach. And I didn't want to be one. It's like, it's like this big eye roll. Oh, here we go. I was eye rolling at my future self who might be a coach. And so, but I also didn't understand what it was. I thought being a coach means that you have the audacity to say how someone else should live or to give advice.
Yeah, which is a complete opposite. It's that is the first thing that we teach, right? It's the first thing that we teach is about the fundamentals, which is the opposite of giving advice and telling someone what to do. Yeah, it's actually the worst thing that you can do in this practice.
Yeah, it's interesting because sometimes I think we've talked about this, how to guide a session where the energy goes deeper and deeper. And it's palpable the moment when you start adding something as a coach, start giving your opinion or trying to control it, it just flattens out to feel like a normal session, consultancy advice session.
Yeah.
Where when you really let go of control in the session and you really basically you're kind of following the client and constantly reflecting back to them what they're going through and allowing them sensing on a physical level where they are, what is happening in their nervous system, in a sense, where is the emotion in their body, and sometimes even feeling the emotion that they're feeling with them.
Yeah.
And by being that present with a client as they're going through a very deep emotional process, being able to support them and witness them through that so that they can get to the other side of it, whereas they might have been holding on to something for decades.
Yeah.
a belief and an emotion that's connected with the belief, and you can be there with them in that session, and it's a lot about witnessing and the empathy, the attunement, as you've called it.
The emotional attunement is, I think that is the part which is really transforming you as a leader and as a person. Because once you deepen your emotional attunement, that is something that will never be taken away from you again. That is what's becoming part of you. And so you're training it in coaching, but then it's also serving you so much in the rest of your life, because you will feel you are able to read people in such a profound way and to feel spaces. And the most people who are going into this coaching practice and who really want to master coaching, they already have that natural sensitivity. And that is like the people who are following my trainings, they're all highly sensitive. They're all empaths. It's just that we have been grown up in a way that was most of the time not really seen, validated, and supported. But I see that as a superpower. And we have to reactivate that superpower within ourselves and to see it as a superpower and then utilize it in our sessions. And as a result of that, it also starts to awaken more in the rest of our lives. And it's really cool. It's really cool.
Yeah, I feel like, living with that much sensitivity.
You're so aware of it as well, right? That you're so sensitive and attuned, so you kind of like understand what's happening consistently.
That's the thing. Actually, I've learned in the past 8 months with you that actually I do function differently. I'm wired differently than a large percentage of the population.
Yes. And when you meet each other, it's kind of like,
It's like you feel it. And I was looking it up, and it's also, I'm not, I haven't done super deep research, but it's backed by science that there are a certain subset of the population that is wired. It's like physically in your nervous system.
Yes.
So it's not just saying, oh, I'm an empath. Yeah.
It's literally a different way of operating that we have to understand, because most of us haven't learned how that actually works and supports us and serves us. And the amazing thing in coaching and mentorship is that for people like us, we get to utilize these aspects of ourselves that are already naturally there, and these superpowers in a way, these qualities that we have, we get to monetize them and earn money with that. Like literally, like this is what I mean when I get to be paid to be me. Because yes, of course I have this professional background and degrees and certifications, but to be really honest, I feel like in my work now I get to really be paid to be me, because it's the sensitivity and the attunement that always has been there. I just learned how to professionally apply it.
And the care.
And the care. Yes.
It's like this natural caring about everyone. It's like wanting them to do well.
Yes, exactly.
The supportiveness.
Yes.
I do agree with you that it's a superpower, but not if you don't take responsibility for that sensitivity and the difficulties that come with it. That if you're not willing to learn to have very solid boundaries,
absolutely
blocking out the signals that don't serve you, which is actually very tough, because we're kind of wired to want to help everyone, to want to be with everyone who wants to be with us.
This is a big no, but what you're addressing here is such a big one, because the problem is that we actually often have learned to receive validation from overstretching ourselves, because we have also a lot of capacity, a lot of emotional capacity. And so we have learned that validation can also come from being there for people and like seeing the beauty in people and being that positivity. Like you enter a room and you brighten up the room. And also you're harmonizing the room at the same time, because you can feel and see what is needed everywhere. You're naturally giving it. But at the same time, it can also have such an effect on our nervous system and burn us out. And this is why also a lot of us sensitive it sounds so like lame, sensitive people, but it's like we need to come up with a cooler word for it, because
I've been thinking sensitivity is nice, but depth might also have. But I don't know if it's the case that someone who doesn't have the depth, but a depth of feeling is perhaps an accurate way of describing it. I don't know.
Yeah, it is a depth of feeling, and so, like, if we are experiencing in relationship with other people that we are not being met in the same way, it can be very hurtful and painful, because for us it's natural. Or if we have learned that we receive validation from doing this consistently, then we burn ourselves out. So as you said, the boundaries are really important, because we also get really tired if we are consistently emotionally doing the emotional hygiene for other people, right? If we're like constantly harmonizing, then it's burning us out at the same time. And for me, I really had to learn this because I come from a missionaries family where my parents were like, I literally grew up in Nepal, and my parents, they were sent out by the church to be able to help people. And so I learned from a young age that my whole life is about helping people. My parents literally sold their house, left their jobs, and we immigrated with our little family to Nepal to be with the poorest of the poor and to help people there. And so until I was like 25, I would say everything in my life was about helping people. I was constantly doing nonprofit work. I went to so many travels, like to Africa, Ukraine, Romania, to be with people who were in need. And I even remember that I had a girlfriend in primary school that I didn't really want to be friends with anymore, and that my mother said, "No, but it's better if you are friends with this girl, because you know she gets bullied and she really needs that friendship." So I didn't learn to have boundaries. I didn't learn how to take care of myself in the first place. And so now I'm so freaking proud, because in my business, for example, I'm having the dedication to only work with people that light me up. And I want to share something more about this, because I think it's really important. I've come to a place where I'm working with my clients and I feel this freedom to really give all of me. I don't feel like I need so many personal boundaries anymore, because working in a way that it's a bit more high end and for a price range that truly lights you up financially, and then working with people that you really love to work with, it kind of creates this energy vortex where it's not only that I'm giving, but I'm receiving so much. Like, for example, from our container together, I'm receiving as well so much. And then I'm also pouring into it, right? It's like, it just feels very natural. And that's what I really love, to work with a few people one-on-one, where I can just give all of me and I don't feel like I need to be so thinking about, oh, what are my boundaries, you know. Of course there is a and this is the thing, I think we as these sensitive, attuned people, we understand what is healthy for the container. And a lot of the times, even in coaching, containers is like, oh yeah, you shouldn't give a hug to your client, or you shouldn't, like, you make sure that you don't text after 5 p.m. And it's like, for me, in my world, with my coaching clients, that doesn't exist, because I operate in such a different way in my life. I'm not working a 9-to-5 coaching job. No, I'm working with a few people that I really love to work with, and I receive so much from it that I'm not worried about overstretching myself in those containers with those clients. And we had a conversation also about yesterday, about where I was sharing that I am also even getting more and more strict with accepting new clients that I really feel a full fuck yes for, because I'm so aware that I love so much to pour everything into it. And therefore I need to feel a full yes with the person that I'm working with. Because otherwise I do have to think about boundaries and all of those.
Yeah, so it's like
Do
selection.
you get what I mean?
Selection of the right people.
Yes.
Same as in a romantic relationship. If you select the wrong person and then you need to apply all these skills all the time, versus if you select the right person where you get each other and you're already looking out for each other and being considerate and respectful, then it takes away that whole need to make it happen contractually.
Yeah, and to be very protective about it and very strict about it.
Yeah.
And this is what a lot of coaches, they're afraid of. They're afraid that they're gonna that their boundaries are gonna be crossed, or that they're overstretching themselves. But I think that's why it's so important for us as business owners and as coaches to learn how to attract the right people into our space. And that comes from that authentic expression, right? And also that comes from creating your way that you love to work with people. And that you have to look into, okay, how many people would you want to work with? And in what way do you want to work with them? For me, it is like, I love to work with people for a half year and even longer, but start with a half year and then one-to-one. And then in a way that I can be really very much engaged with this person, because I know that if I'm very much engaged, their success is also going to be bigger. And then I receive even more excitement and pleasure also from seeing my clients grow and seeing them achieve. And so I'm fully in. And I always say that with my one-on-one clients, like, when I'm in, I'm fully in. Like, there's no gatekeeping. I'm fully in. I'm fully there, like, with all of me. And because it's my responsibility that this person is going to achieve what they want to achieve, both within themselves as their external lives. And that's a big responsibility that I'm not taking lightly. I just feel like this is so underrated, because we always talk about, you have to attract the right clients and you have to, but when you really experience it, then you really realize.
Because it affects your life. When you don't,
of course,
when you have to spend a lot of time in a conversation or in a relation, because it is a relationship that you don't really want to be in. It goes back to, being clear on what you really want, what lights you up, and then what goes outside of that is you have to say no to. And then that opens space for what you do want. What I was really inspired by, we can cut this out if you want. Yesterday is that you basically said no to a 15,000 euro client. And because it wasn't fully like,
and it's so freaking clear, to be honest. It's like, whoa. Yes. Yeah, it's so clear. Yeah.
To me, that's like a beautiful example of this, is being able to say no to something that's pretty tough to say no to. It's nothing to sneeze at. But then just feeling deep down that something is not really working already from the beginning. And being able to say, well, look, this dynamic is going to affect my life. It's going to affect my ability to be present with other people. Comes back to everything we do in our lives is conducive or not conducive to being able to facilitate deep sessions. Having these boundaries, these really crystal clear understanding about what we want to offer people, and this division between who are they, what is our responsibility with this client, and what is not. When you start to blur that with one client, then it's just going to be a part of who you are in other areas as well. I like this. I just read this book called The Science of Scaling. Benjamin Hardy, I think his name, who wrote it. And it's about when you we can talk about raising your ceiling all day.
Mhm.
We can talk about making billions. But what's more important to focus on is raising your floor. For what will you accept, and what is under your floor, and can you really say no to that? Similar for what we've talked about with romantic relationships. Yeah, can you really say no to that?
Yeah.
Can you really say no to that really, really tempting offer or date who wants to go on a date with you when you kind of know it's not working out anyway, and allow space for this thing that you really want? What is your real floor? And your floor is determined not by what you say, but by what you actually do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I truly believe that because I'm saying no to this opportunity, there's other opportunities coming that are much more energizing for me. I only want to work with people that I love to work with. This is my floor. And if for some reason I don't feel that, then it's a no.
There you go.
Because in the end, building our businesses and saying all the stuff that we want, right? Freedom-based lifestyle, earning lots of money, being really well paid for being ourselves, and all of that freedom. I think that life is really about relationships. Why would it be fun if I would be by myself, doing it all by myself and not having anyone to celebrate with or to go on a journey together of transformation? Like, what makes it fun to be in these coaching containers is because we are doing it together, right? And it's like we're supporting and helping each other, and that makes the process so rich. Because in the end, I don't believe we care so much about our own success. I think we care so much more about the quality of the relationships that we have in our lives, and being successful in what you do and who you are is a way how to attract and align the right relationships in your life. Because I want to surround myself with people, and I know you want that too, and you're also so the diligence with that the people that you're surrounding yourself with are truly inspiring for you, and the other way around as well. Because that's what is the fun in the end, right? That we are in this beautiful energy together of like growth and support and leadership and let's go. That's where it's all about. And that never stops neither, because there is no ceiling. It just continues and continues and continues. So we have to have fun in the process, and being surrounded by the right people, that makes it fun.
Yeah. Couldn't say it better than that.
So how would you say that because I've seen that for you, that you have refined your relationships around you, both in romantic life, but also in your business. Like, how are you right now in terms of that?
Yeah, completely different. Very, very different in how I relate with the people around me. Yeah, I'd say the most significant difference is in the romantic relationships.
Yeah.
That was actually why I wanted to start working with you one-on-one.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to upgrade my romantic relationships, because I felt like I was going through the same patterns over and over again, and wanted to attract something healthy and long-term.
Yeah.
And of course, I'd heard the advice many times, well, then you've got to stop dating someone who's not that.
Yeah.
And I've tried it, and then it always felt forced. But then when we went into the deeper layers of that, of, okay, why am I still dating people who I don't want to settle down with when I say that I want to have a family and children, all that kind of stuff? Then,
yeah.
Okay, so why am I sabotaging that? When I understood that, then I could actually stop it, because I wanted to stop it, and not because I'm doing what the advice said.
Yeah.
And it became like an actual thing that I didn't have any interest anymore in it.
Yeah.
And that's much more powerful. I feel like it's very rare for coaching to go that deep, where you actually shift in who you are without trying. It's not like a chore to do the things that I'm doing.
Yeah, I think that through coaching, it becomes so much more easeful to become disciplined, because you've already prepared your nervous system to be able to make those choices that are connected to what you want. And if you don't do that work, then it's more like a mental, and we all know that we set these goals for ourselves, but then we're not able to keep ourselves up with those goals that we're setting for ourselves and to be disciplined. Why? Because there's all these coping strategies and resistance to it, actually. And if we don't address that, that's where the growth often takes very long or doesn't happen. So you've always been someone who sees the importance of investing in coaching and mentorship. So can you explain to me and the people who are watching this, why do you feel it's so important to have a coach in your life and a mentor in your life?
Because I like to grow faster than as fast as possible. Because life is more fun when you're here than when you're here. It's just like when you're closer to what you want, then you have the life that you want faster.
Yeah.
And perhaps if you don't really go for it, if you don't really take the risk and the jumps that coaching will help support you to take, then you won't perhaps get there, or it will be a diluted version. And I think a good coach will hold you accountable to the full picture of what you want and be like, yeah, it's easy to say, I want to make that amount of money, or I want a real full fuck yes relationship. And then a month or two later, someone comes along who's like really tempting option.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, well, is that really possible? I don't know. It's like, so yeah, it just holds you accountable to your higher vision of your life. And I prefer to get there faster. And I think if you continue to do that work, it's exponential. It's not linear. Yeah. It's not like you grow in a straight line. No, it's like it takes time in the beginning to start to get the foundation within you.
Yeah.
Get things set straight so that you understand who you are and what you want.
Yeah.
And then it starts to compound. And like if my life was this and it was going up slowly, no, in the beginning it looks kind of similar, but then it goes farther and farther apart, where at some point, it's going like this. I mean, if I look at myself 10 years ago, I've already done the exponential thing. Yeah. And I'm curious what's going to happen if I keep doing the exponential thing. I don't want to go linear.
Good. It feels so good. And it's so amazing that you see that investment as something that is coming back to you so much more.
Yeah, it's like what things can we spend money on in life? And how much is it worth to be living the life that you want? And let's be real as well. It also increases your ability to make money. Yeah. Because I'm making money with what I do now.
Yeah, you already got your investment back.
Yeah, and my clients are also getting a great deal.
Yeah.
It's like there's no downside for anyone here, because everyone's getting what they want.
And it's so funny because, they're always talking about the coaching pyramid scheme, but it's such an amazing pyramid scheme. Like, I have my own mentor, right? And so I'm mentoring you and I'm your coach and I have my own person as well. And it's like, but I love it. Like, I love that I have my own person to go to, that I can go to where it's only about me, and I have my place to just, be seen in that same way, for someone to keep me accountable, for someone to consistently reflect back to me, because I also even see that as my responsibility to have my own coach and my own mentor, because this work is so profound. And then it's like, okay, I know that because I have my own coach and mentor, that I'm also a better coach and mentor for you, and that you're a better coach and mentor for your clients. So it's like, yes, it's so amazing to have that support system. And I think one of the things that I've been contemplating a lot on in the last months is that I believe that in this time we are too focused on being individuals, strong individuals. And yes, it's important to be a strong individual, but I think we went a bit too far in that in our Western country where we come from, you know. And I think that we actually need to learn to receive support. I think many of us, you know, we're both from the Netherlands. We haven't really learned how to receive support, and how support is actually a strength and it's not a weakness. And many people still have that idea, or like, oh, if I need coaching, then there's something wrong with me, or that it's only about deep healing work. And yes, we're doing the deep healing work, but we also, apart from that, we are actually so much focused on empowerment. And if the healing work is necessary, then we're doing that. But it's depending on what is happening for someone. It depends per client and where you're at.
Yeah, it's like it's not just to feel okay; it's to be continuously punching up.
Yes,
I think like, yeah, the idea that some people have about having a coach is, yeah, if you're going through a divorce or like you've hit a major low, get a coach.
Yeah.
Definitely get a coach if you're hit a major low and you want to do better. But it's also like if you want to grow faster.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that what we said about punching up, like this metaphor for, okay, so there's a glass ceiling above you. How can you start to mess with that glass ceiling so it stops having that downward pressure on you? How can you actually get above it? And the idea of it being a glass ceiling is you can't really see it. You don't really know what it is, but it's kind of pushing you down. Every time you try and go up, it's like, no, get back down, get back down. So it's like, how do you get rid of that thing?
Yeah, people say often that it feels like as if they're being tested, or like as if they're receiving these setbacks.
Yeah.
But how would you describe it?
Yeah, it's our what it really is emotional and cognitive patterns that are keeping us in place. So we are doing it ourselves. Self-sabotage is what people call it a lot. I would call it like defense mechanisms or survival mechanisms that we learned as a child about ourselves, about who we are, things we've decided about our identities. No, I'm not someone who deserves that kind of thing. I'm not the kind of person who can do that and that. Sure, I would love it if someone handed it to me on a platter, but no, I'm not going to go after that because that's just not me. Those kind of things where we don't even know that we're limiting ourselves.
Because my little girl inside is freaking out because, oh my God, my dreams are coming true.
It's like overwhelming.
It's overwhelming.
And then, you know, you might get a bunch of opportunities that come in rapid succession.
Yes.
And it feels like, whoa.
Yes.
None of this I could have believed like a year ago, and now it's all happening.
It's all happening.
And it's like, what does this say about me? And then it becomes almost like you might get sick, or you might just get stressed out.
Or you can't sleep anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
I had so many nights that it was so exciting. My problem was that I'm too excited and too excited about what's happening. Like, I'm so excited about life, I can't sleep. So that's support to talk to yourself and to your nervous system and to your emotional world. Like, hey, we've got this. It's safe to be successful. It's safe to feel so much love. It's safe to go after your dreams. And it's normal when you're just doing it.
Yeah, I think I and a lot of other people underestimate how scary it can be to actually get the things you want.
Whoa.
How scary it is to, okay, do you want it then?
Yes, because
like,
the things that we want, exactly, because the things that we want are the things that we're also pushing away the most. Like, that's actually a little bit of a problem. Sometimes we're so emotionally invested in what we want, and it becomes so important that in terms of manifestation, we're actually pushing it away from ourselves because we really want it. And it's like finding that right balance to want it, but also not to be needy about it and to be too attached about it. It's like, okay, but how to do that? Like, in a day-to-day life, it's like, wow, it's
Yeah.
a big piece.
There's a fine line that you
Yeah,
have to
such
walk.
a fine line.
It's like that in dating. It's like that with the clients that we sign.
Yeah.
Um
In our artistic expression, because that, like, I love that about you, that you have so many areas of your life where you're constantly growing. And so we are not working only on your business, we're also working on your romantic relationship desire, and we're working on your connections, your friendships, we're working on how your life feels like on a daily basis. Like, we're literally creating your life in a way that just feels so rich to you.